I'm not really a beat-em-up guy, but I am a huge roguelike fan. My friend Derek here, on the other hand, loves beat-em-ups and doesn't really care about roguelikes. So when Absolum was announced, we naturally ignored it. Completely. But then the art style caught our attention, then weird but interesting genre mix, and most importantly the co-op. The kind of co-op that's deeply baked into the gameplay. Add the hype around the game on top of that, and yeah, we eventually decided to give it a shot. Today I'm going to tell you about our 15-hour adventure through the lands of Telama.
Oh my God.
World of Telama. World of Telama. Through the lands of Absolum. Normally, when I play games, I focus a lot on story and immersion, but that's not really the case here. This is co-op. And Derek and I have been friends for years now, so to be completely honest, we skipped almost the entire story. The only things we actually listened to were the intimidating enemies and the goth chick.
I will shelter you from... Even in death, you can still suffer.
We wanted to try out as many characters as possible, so we started with Carl and Galandra. We did a quick warm-up on the training dummy. Derek showed me a couple of moves he'd learned while waiting for me, and then we set off. We grabbed our first upgrades, immediately got overwhelmed by the scale of the map, and entered the forest. Almost instantly, we walked straight into Goblin Trap, but somehow survived. If you focus on each of us individually instead of overall picture, you'll notice something important. We're really bad at spatial awareness. This is something you eventually get used to, and I highly recommend turning on the character outline in the settings. We did that a bit later in the game. Here we reached the first boss. Now, we knew the first boss wouldn't be an issue, so we beat him up without much trouble and grabbed our upgrades.
For each mighty foe defeated, you grow stronger, man.
After that, we cleared the castle and reached the Lich King. We were confident about the second boss as well. I died first, but thankfully Derek revived me. Thankfully it's all good now. We're going to do this. We're going to... Before the second run, we decided to warm up by, well, beating each other up. Also worth mentioning, from this run onward, we had one bonus life. This time, we swapped characters and started with new rituals, immediately running into a future playable character. We followed the exact same route, but by the time we reached Zork, we were almost out of HP. So we had to beat the boss no damage. Well, almost. And would you believe it? This time we didn't even reach the old man and died to a bunch of miners and bandits. Derek picked a new character, we grabbed our rituals, and once again went on our journey. This time we decided to take the beach route. Beat up the local dogs. We found a new path into the city where humans and goblins were fighting each other. We couldn't decide which side to support, so we just beat up everyone. Then we met the classic white male boss, Adolf.
What?
What? Oh, yeah, right. I got it, yeah, thanks.
Rudolph, of course. I meant Rudolph, sorry.
This time we actually made it to the old man. He was very happy to see us. I demonstrated my elite dodge skills and died. But thankfully, the real power is the friends we made along the way. And we died again. At this point, it really felt like we should beat the old man already, so I picked the rogue girl and Derek went with Carl. We followed our now familiar road and ended up with some pretty decent builds. The rogue girl is a very interesting character, focused on aerial combos. But without air dodges, she ends up taking damage from almost every hit.
Now you better remember this because we will come back to it later.
This time, everything will be different.
And it's gone.
Next time, everything's going to be different.
And it's gone.
Around this point, I realized that Galandra just clicks with me gameplay-wise, and that our first successful run would definitely be with her. Especially because of her ability Draconic Ascent. Seriously, highly recommend. When we reach the old man this time, I promised Derek I'd deflect every single attack. Here's me proving it. And that's it. The game is completed. Not that hard. Okay, obviously I'm joking. This is the final boss of the first location. There are 3 locations per run, so yeah, we keep going. We sailed to the swamps, dealt with lizards, and met the slave queen.
I can't say she was a threat for us.
By this point, Derek and I have assembled a small group of helpers. With our squad, we reached the arena. Naturally, we were confident we'd win this time.
But unfortunately, we had to snap back to reality. This time I decided to play as Brom, the man, the myth, the lizard.
By the 8th run, we were actually pretty well upgraded and felt like victory was getting close. We unlocked a second skill and a 3rd mana segment after finishing the first location. We killed the old man and got our upgrades.
This time, not a single soul from second location could even stand a chance against us.
And we got killed by hyenas. So we pulled ourselves together. I picked Galandra and Derek went with the raw girl. Beat Zerg. Got a bonus ultimate from a random goblin. We killed the old man without losing a single life. Our first no damage run.
It'll be a long. We don't.
This time we sailed through Yildirim and unlocked necromancy rituals. This moment changed our lives. I immediately knew that necromancy and I were about to become very close friends. I got a ring that boosted necromancy and guaranteed one necromancy ritual. A really scary moment where two armored guardians trapped us and killed us one by one, but somehow we survived. I unlocked the ability to summon skeletons and had my own personal army. And yet, the dead guardians still overwhelmed us. New day, new run, same lineup. Once again, I went for a necromancy build because I wanted an army of skeletons. But I ended up finding something even better. A necromancy ritual gave me spectral armor, looking really similar to Susanna's ribs, which I adored. It looks insanely cool and is insanely strong. Fully upgraded, it blocks one entire hit of damage, and then you can rebuild it through combos. That's insane! In my opinion, this is the strongest ability in Absolum.
I've also obtained a Ghost Blade, a really cool Galandra skill which spawns a, well, Ghost Blade which attacks by itself.
Meanwhile, Derek was running a wind build.
Be gone, hot! Death is not the end.
Oh, and we also found the chicken. Asterios. Out of pure ignorance, we came here with no money. We cleared 2 rooms. Opened the path to the castle. And bought the docks.
Seems. Take good care of it.
We pushed through the castle. And this is it. Derek was down to his last life. Gibbous, our dog, was surviving purely on charisma. Thanks to spectral armor, I managed to avoid a massive amount of damage, so I still had plenty of HP and even an extra life. The chicken, by the way, was doing just fine.
A child of Uchawi. Of course. It began with her, and so too it shall end. Your skill is undeniable, your resolve unwavering, yet all of it serves only ruin. Chaos is your answer, death your only legacy. You fight for a corpse of an era, shackled by the whispers of the Root Sisters. Their voices drip with lies. Talum is mine.
Oh, so that's how you say it.
Oh, fuck.
Not many came thus far. Still, you'll perish the same as those before you. Let's fight as equals. Ha! Do you still believe you are a master of rituals?
Now at this point in time, we thought we beat the boss. But unfortunately, as you can see, Azra's well, and he's just declaring his second phase.
Every sovereign bowing to me received this blessing. Now, time is upon me to use it. I rule over time itself. I will end this soon.
And it's I am the storm that is approaching.
won! Honestly, guys, I really didn't expect us to beat him on the first try, especially after the second phase announcement. But hey, it is what it is. Thanks everyone. The game is now truly completed. We can... So, there's still one boss left, the Absolum himself. From run 11 to run 16, we were trying to unlock the remaining ritual elements, lightning and chaos.
This thing, it has succeeded.
We also tried clearing Azura again with 2 other characters to unlock achievements, and of course, to test our luck against the final boss. And here we are, beating the Azura for the second time. Nope. Didn't beat him. Alright, okay, this time we're serious. The goal wasn't let's try our luck anymore. The goal was to stomp Azura and the secret boss. By the way, we went through Morta Mima, the Silver Queen. We needed to settle down whose undead army was stronger, hers or mine. My build was once again based on necromancy. It's just way too overpowered, you know. I wasn't as lucky this time and didn't fully stack the armor, but it didn't really matter with the number of summons I've had. All that was left was to find out whether my undead army, and Derek, was stronger than Azura. And there it is. We won. We each had 1 life left, but we were ready. We could do this. We were prepared for anything the boss could throw at us. Anything. We could... Now this was our final attempt. We agreed that we had to beat Absolum this time, no matter the cost. I picked an amulet that guaranteed lightning and boosted lightning damage. My plan was to combine lightning and necromancy. Derek did the same thing, but with the wind and chronomancy. Now, let's go through our epic checklist. Enter the cave and immediately grab perks. Check. Beat Zork. Check. Now, a key moment here. Remember when I said the rock is useless in the air? Derek picked up an absolutely broken ability, Air Dodge. And I got one too. My damage hugely increased and became AoE. Meet the old man, beat the old man. Check. By the way, quick detail I forgot to mention earlier. We decided to pool all of our money onto one character so we could pay Safari so that she comes with us. Check. Beat up the bushes. Check. Here we noticed two things. First, we were dealing insane damage. And second, we were moving at a great pace, still having 3 lives each, which is crazy. Here I rerolled rituals twice. I didn't get anything bad, but at this point I only had 1 lightning ritual. Worst part, I no longer had enough money for future rerolls. I was genuinely tweaking and thought that this will ruin our run. But we pushed forward. Beat up another flower. Check. Here our team reaches the arena. At this point, nothing and no one can stop us.
By the way, what you see here with the Lizard King being white and blue and stuff is the ability that Derek has picked,
Which I think makes enemies to take more damage when he phases through the enemies.
and he does that a lot here, as you can see.
Beat up the Lizard King. Check. And here you can look at our trinkets. With this kind of build, are you kidding? There's no way we would beat Absolum. With full 3 lives, we headed toward Azra. While rewatching the footage, I noticed I had scored 3000 points here. Absolutely insane amount. Let me know in the comments if you ever managed to get more, or maybe that's not even such a good result as I'm thinking. My goal was to preserve all lives and stack armor for Absolum. In theory, that would have allowed me to fully mitigate his damage on the first insta-kill attack. But right at the end, I lost both.
This brought me more pleasure than I would care to admit.
Absolum immediately took 1 life bar from each of us.
But that doesn't mean anything. Absolum will be slayed today.
And finally, our adventure came to an end. To be fair, this was a perfect run. It genuinely couldn't have gone any better. Everything went our way. And on top of that, we were already experienced and knew exactly what we were doing. Honestly, I didn't expect Absolum to hook me at all. As I said, I'm not a fan of old school beat 'em ups. But the co-op aspect played a massive role. That said, the game is excellent. You've probably figured that out by yourself already. For anyone curious, I rank Absolum as my second favorite roguelike. The first one will probably forever be Hades 2, then Absolum, then Risk of Rain 2. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you a great day. Bye!